Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are in game number 3. This is STX Seoul versus Woongjin Stars in the SK Planet Pro League. So, now we are going to have Mini, another player I don't recognize the ID of. Can somebody tell me if he has another well-known ID? I don't know. Anyway, his opponent is going to be Pretty, aka Free. I do know that ID. Free GM. For actually, wait a minute. I do know actually why his ID is Pretty. I think it was because like his clan leader was a girl, so she took the ID Pretty, and then like she handed over leadership of the clan to Free, but instead of like bothering to tell everybody that Free was the leader, she just like gave him his her account or something like that. Is that why he's called Pretty? Because if he just picked the ID Pretty, I'm gonna raise an eyebrow at that. Then again, we have players like Cute Angel, so I guess it's not so bad. Anyway. So did anybody actually tell me if Mini is somebody? Okay, looks like nobody knows about Mini. Alright, whatever. So he's a random player. I actually don't even know what race he is. Alright, I'm gonna wait to see what race he is. I wasn't paying attention just now to the intro thing. Free, of course, is a Protoss who I believe is like on everybody's anti-team, or he was last season, or maybe both seasons. And oh, it looks like Mini is actually Protoss, so we're gonna have another PvP here. In set 3, I actually forgot to change the score. There we go. And alright, so it looks like Mini is gonna be the teal Protoss here in the bottom right, 4 o'clock position. And Free will be the, what color is that, orange? Orange Protoss at the 12. I actually want to see whether they put 4 or 5 o'clock. I want to copy the Koreans. I'm a poser. I'm a Korean wannabe. There, of course, is Free. Now, I don't actually know what happened to Free, because he used to be, like, super good. He used to be one of the, or rather he is one of the 6 dragons, back in the Protoss heyday. But he's since just fallen off a little bit. I think another notable game, or one notable game of his was, he was actually the, shall we say, unfortunate victim of Haya's 3-port Wraith into Nuke Rush on Triathlon. But to his credit, that game, he made Dark Archons and mind-controlled Arbiters, so that was quite a fun game. If anybody hasn't seen that, you should go watch that. Anyway, it's going to be a PvP on Outlier, which makes sense, because apparently Outlier is an extremely Protoss favorite map. Seems to be the consensus among the pro teams. Now, having said that, we saw a ZVZ between Effort and Haya, and I think a TVZ between Mind and Jaedong on this map. But, for example, in the Effort versus Haya game, or sorry, not Haya, Hiva. Wow, whoopsie daisies. Haya's not pro gamer anymore. Sorry about that. In the Effort versus Hiva game on this map, Effort actually said he was like sent to snipe a Protoss. So, it's possible that all the non-Protosses we've seen on this map have actually been Protoss snipers. Plus Jaedong, who's like not really a sniper, he can beat anybody on any map, so whatever. Looks like what's his face? Free. Poking in, perhaps going for the mana pylon. And look at this, Mini just going to preemptively block that with a probe. So that probe that you see idle there is actually on purpose. He's blocking the mana pylon. Kind of what we saw last game with the Zealot, but in this case he doesn't have a Zealot. It seems that he went for Cybernetic Core first. And oh, looks like that's an anti-mana pylon from Mini. Looks like Free just doing the micro. So looks like Free went for Zell Core Zell. Building a Zealot Cybernetic Core and then a Zealot. Hey, It's pretty straightforward. And I'm pretty sure Mini went for the core first, unless I missaw what that building was. I hope I didn't. I hope I didn't. Looks like he does have a Zealot out now. Is his core done? I think that was a Zealot core Zealot. I mean, basically the difference is, you know, when you go Zealot, or when you go for the core before Zealot, you're kind of taking a slight risk. If your opponent goes for a 2-gate, like a 10-12 gate or something, you're gonna have a very difficult time holding it off. But that's a pretty uncommon build on maps with narrow ramps that are more than 2 players. Basically, 10-12 gate is only really seen in any frequency on maps like Blue Storm, where it's like flat ground and then 2 players, so it's very easy to put on solid pressure. I would say a map like Bloody Ridge also, if you want a more recent example, is a good map is a good map for 10-12 gate. But yeah, so you're basically taking a little bit of a risk. Whereas if you go for Zealot first, so you go Zel core Zel, as Free did, you're basically saying, okay, I want to be safe against a 10-12, but you know also want to go for a tech build. So that's what's going on there. So it looks like, wow, Free being, oh my goodness, oh no, Mini being very aggressive with the first goon, trying to abuse his faster tech there, and do some damage. And Free with a very nice, I think he actually purposely hit that Zealot on the bottom and sent it around the back to try and trap that Dragoon, but it looks like it wasn't as successful. Meanwhile, we do have a probe of Mini there at the top left. Did it actually build a pylon there? It left a dot on the mini-map. Yeah, okay. Excuse me. He's actually manor pylon that Nexus, so... if you don't know what Outlier looks like, basically there's like 3 pseudo-island expansions, kind of in between the main bases. So, you know, the most likely... If Free were to take one of those island expansions, the most likely one he would take would be the one at the left side, where Mini just built his manor pylon, so he's just going to block that. But it looks like he's having a little bit of trouble trying to pylon jump his probe across these minerals. But what he's doing there is he's trying to, if you kind of right-click your probe onto the minerals and you build a pylon and spam right-click on the other side of the minerals, the pylon will actually push the probe through the minerals. It looks like he just messed it up there. It's a little bit funny, a little bit surprising. Anyway, it looks like we do have 2-gate Robo from Mini, although he opted for the 2 gateways before the Robo, so he's going to have a lot more Dragoons, but a later Robotics tech. And look at this Mini once again being extremely aggressive. I think he's being overly aggressive here. I don't know what's going on here. Oh man, the young gun is just being super gung-ho, and it looks like we have a Templar Archives from Free, so Free's actually gone for a 2-gate DT rush. But a probe is going to get in here, and if that probe sees the DT tech, it's going to be so bad. I think he's going to see it. Oh man, Mini's probe sees the Templar Archives, and he's already got a Robo almost finished, so I don't think this is going to do any damage to Mini as long as he like pays attention and doesn't let a DT into his base, which is not actually always a given. Even if a player goes for the observatory and gets the observers out, it often happens that like if he gets a little bit too aggressive, you can sneak a DT around into his base and just kill a bunch of probes. I think there was actually a very funny game between Bisu and Movie on Triathlon, where Movie actually went for the obs. He got the Robo, but like, you know, he was too busy microing his Reaver at Bisu's base or something, and the DT just murdered every single probe he had. Oh man, that was a really sad game for Movie. But anyway. So it looks like we have a probe here at the front, and here come the DTs. So it looks like, okay, it looks like oh no, the observer is out on time. I was just going to say, Mini might have been trying to buy a little bit of time there on blocking the ramp with his units, but that's a little bit dangerous, because if you do that, and you lose too many units, then even if your observer gets out, the other player can just bust you with his Dragoons supporting his DTs. But looks like the observer does get out in plenty of time. So Mini is fine right now, except for the fact that he's kind of contained at the bottom of his ramp. This is a reverse ramp map, but it looks like he's sent a probe down to the 6 o'clock base, so he's going to just take that pseudo-island expansion there at the 6. Meanwhile, Free has taken his natural. I keep wanting to say pretty, because that's like what it says at the, or as the video name. If I do say pretty, then forgive me. I mean, well, that's his idea actually in this game. Free or pretty refer to the same person. So it looks like Mini just going to hold the bottom of his ramp here. Is Free actually busting down that? I don't know why the Observer's not looking at this, because 2 Dragoons just died. And I'm pretty sure those are both Free's Dragoons. So I have no idea what he was thinking there. Anyway, it looks like we do have a Reaver out for Mini. And, you know, I do actually quite like, quite like Reaver play, or just quite like shuttle play in general on this map. I mean, it's very similar to Outlier in the way the expansions are laid out. I mean, your naturals are kind of, the back of the minerals of the naturals kind of facing the edge of a cliff, so it's very easy to drop a Reaver at the back there and get away safely. Of course, you do have the island expansions around the map, and yeah, it just lends itself very, very nicely to all kinds of shuttle harassment. In my opinion, of course, I haven't seen too many games on this map, and I've only played, I believe, a single game on this map, which I lost embarrassingly to Mr. Except. So anyway, looks like the first Reaver is out. I think it loaded a Dragoon up there as well. I wasn't paying attention, I was looking at the stream chat. Oh, no, he's going back. Okay, I guess the Reaver didn't come out then. Just not paying attention. In the meantime, Free has gotten a Robo of his own, and looks like... Whoa, sorry about that. Don't know what that is. Looks like Mini has actually mined out the minerals, separating his main from that 6 o'clock expansion, so he can just freely transfer some probes over there. But notice that it's actually quite a distance between the 6 o'clock base and his main. So if for example, Free were to go for some kind of storm drop or something at the 6 o'clock, it would take a long time for Mini's units to get over there to help defend. So those bases are actually a little bit tricky to defend. And oh, it looks like we have a double Reaver drop. One of the Reavers getting taken down immediately, and this is going to allow, however, Mini to break out. I don't know if it's worth the sacrifice of the one Reaver, but he is going to be able to break this this Mini contain here. No pun intended. The pseudo contain. Gonna grab a free Zealot and DT there as well. So actually not using the Reavers to harass, just using them to break out. And I don't actually know how much stuff Free has here. It looks like one DT though, doing a lot of damage. I don't know where the Observer is. Why is that TT able to do this much damage? I thought there was an Observer there. It looks like we do have shuttle speed actually for Mini. So Mini reclaiming the high ground outside of his natural. Looks like an Observer of Free is here. Looks like he actually missed the 6 o'clock expansion. Just going to go back and double check if that's there. He's going to see that there, but I do think Free's expansion was up slightly faster, but if we look at the supply counts, it's very, very close. Free just with a tiny, tiny supply lead, 94 against 88. It looks like we do have a Citadel and more gateways being added by Mini, but that Citadel is quite late. I mean, his Templar attack is going to be a lot later than Free's. I don't know if that's going to make too much of a difference. He is going to go in here with his speed shell. He's actually going to stop right next to an Observer. Whoopsie daisies, that is not the that is a no parking zone for Reavers, for shuttles rather. Next to an Observer is not where you want to be. Although for some reason, Free just seems completely unfazed by the fact that there is a shuttle right there. Okay, no, it looks like the shuttle is going to get pulled back just to support this army. I don't know what tech. It looks like we do have Speed Zealots, but no High Templar out just yet. But it looks like it is going to be enough here. Speed Zealots actually quite good against Dragoons once you get a decent sized army out. In very small numbers, Dragoons can do some nice micro against the Zealots. But in these numbers, it's actually kind of tricky. But it looks like the 2 Reavers coming back here are going to be enough to defend. So Free's army is going to get pushed back. But I mean, he is kind of being the aggressor here at least. So Free's kind of dictating where the engagements happen, and every time, and the thing to note is, even if Free doesn't have to commit here, what these attacks are doing is keeping the Reavers away from his bases. As we saw, Mini was thinking about going to harass with the Reavers, and then he saw that Free's army was attacking, so he's like, oh, I better pull these back to defend. And it looks like we actually have, is this a storm drop? No, it's actually a 3 Zealot plus DT drop. Now there's a cannon there that's almost finished. He should actually kill that. No, he's just going to go straight for the probes. He might get a few more here. The cannon should finish soon. Actually, cannon's taking ridiculously long time to finish. Oh my goodness, it looks like Mini is just not paying attention. He's going to lose 9 probes, 10 probes. Oh god, this is so much damage. So many probes getting taken down. The DT does get taken down, but that was actually a very nice harass by Free. And Free has actually taken the other inside expansion there. Kind of the inside 1 o'clock, I guess. It's hard to give that a clock position because it's so I don't know, so away from the edge of the map. But I don't understand why he would take that base though, and not, for example, the left side third. Because that base, I mean, as you can see, the minerals, or as you can see on the minimap, the minerals are actually facing Mini's base. It looks like we have a double shuttle drop here in the main. One of the shuttles does get immediately sniped, and now there are 5 speedlots, 4 speedlots, and 2 reavers in the main base. Are they going to get any probes? There's a cannon actually almost finished. It looks like the probes have been evacuated, and the shuttle is going to evacuate the 2 reavers. So not the most amazing harassment in the world. But he did actually kill... Oh no, that's just a cannon, so that's not a big deal. But oh my god, Mini actually in the back of the base! Oh, nice! A couple of shots there. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This base, I don't think is a good base at all for Free to take. I have no idea why he decided to take that. It's actually... Look at the air distance between that base and Mini's natural. That is so ridiculously close. Seriously, that literally, you know, less than 2 seconds for that speed shuttle to get between those 2 bases. So I really don't understand that choice of expansion by Free. I really don't understand why he didn't take the left side third instead. But anyway. And it looks like we might have a big engagement here now. Free does finally have the High Templars, and it looks like he's got more units coming in from the other side. A nice storm on one of those Reavers, going to get picked up by the shuttle. It looks like more storms going down all over Mini's army. Mini could be in trouble here. The storms doing so much damage. But is it going to be enough? The Reavers are still alive. No, it looks like one of the Reavers does get taken down, but only Dragoons left for Free here. And Zealots and Archons still buffering for Mini's Dragoons, but it looks like they are a little bit out of position. The Reavers being brought to the fore. It looks like he actually got a fresh Reaver into the fight, and Free will be pushed back here. Free being perhaps a little bit overeager, perhaps a little bit aggressive, too aggressive. But, I mean, he has saved most of his Dragoons. And it looks like there's a random Zealot there at the back. I don't know what that guy was doing. But, well, looks like he's adding on some more gateways. Going to make use of that extra income. But Mini's taking his own natural now. I don't actually know if that's quite mining yet. And it looks like Mini's now the one that's going to be aggressive. And this, once again, both players being super aggressive here. Each time it might not be a good idea. And that Scarab, I don't know how... Okay, no, it did go off. It actually wasn't targeting the... Templar, but Mini's actually pushing through here. Free could be in some trouble. Oh my goodness, Free! Can he defend it? It looks like he's barely going to defend that Reaver. Oh, it's going to get stormed. The shuttle barely survives. Both shuttle and Reaver are in the red health, but there's barely any units left for Free. Free could be in trouble. He's going to perhaps lose this base. I don't really know. Where are the reinforcements? Looks like the Dragoon going to go in here. Is it going to be able to kill that Reaver? There's like 1 hit left on the shuttle and the Reaver both. And it looks like the Reaver gets killed by a probe! That probe has just killed a Reaver, the manliest probe you have ever seen. Ladies and gentlemen, that probe, what a hero. Oh my god, you thought Reavers countered probes? No sir. Free's probe showing you what's up. Unfortunately though, all of his probed buddies did in fact die in that engagement. So... yeah, Free is going to lose his base, it looks like. Although, no, it looks like reinforcements coming in, so he's going to force the units back. Well, reinforcements from both players. Oh, a 6th storm, though, on the units. Is it enough? And the speed shuttle coming in once again. Is there another Reaver in there? Looks like, oh, there is a fresh Reaver in there. A fresh Reaver to join the fight. Free going to lose that inside expansion, the expansion that I thought he shouldn't have taken. And there's the SDX coach looking happy that this random Protoss Mini is actually going to take down Free. One of the 6 dragons, although that is a time since past. So it looks like we have a DT drop actually now for Mini. Mini going to go do some harassment. Looks like he's actually sending it towards the bottom left. Perhaps going to swing that all the way around to the left side of the map. Yeah, it looks like instead of just going for the easy harassment along the top right. And I mean, he's at 3 base against Freeze 2. He's now got his own Templar tech up. Looks like, ooh, the shuttle's actually going to get spotted by a Reaver. I don't know if Free saw that. Yes, Free's actually pulling back his army, so he did see that. And an Observer is actually going to confirm this. But is it a Templar drop? Or no, it is a Templar drop. Storm! Oh my god, nice storm on those probes. Mini killing probes is serious business. And looks like a random DT is just camping that base. I don't know what's going on there. And oh, Free, he's poking out a little bit with his army. He's gotta do something magical. I don't know. I think Free needs to like be doing some kind of crazy storm drops or something. Because he's on 2 base against 3. I don't really think he can hold up in a straight up army engagement anymore. It looks like he's going to try and secure this inside expansion. I don't know why he's so insistent on taking this, but it looks like he's going to storm drop his own Storm! Nicely positioned Storm. Doesn't quite catch the probes it wants. A very nice reaction time from Mini, but Mini sends the probes back! Mini sent... Oh my god, that was a terrible Storm. Mini says... Why does he keep sending the probes back? There's Storms there. Stop it! Stop putting your probes there, man. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. There are sharks in these waters. Oh, this is like, these are like those bad horror movies. Dude, this is like Jaws, you know? It's like, guys, there's a shark in the water, and then like all the teenagers, they just don't care, they don't listen because they think they're the shit. So they just like go swimming anyway, and they just like, some guy gets eaten by a shark. Oh, it's terrible. Mini, there be sharks, yo. Oh, but it looks like we're gonna have another engagement. What is it exactly in that shuttle, though? Does that have a Reaver? Oh, it has 2 Reavers. It's even better than 1 Reaver. And he's gotta be really careful though. That's a red health shuttle. That is a red health shuttle. Oh, is he gonna catch that Templar? It looks like he doesn't quite catch that Templar. That's alright. Did some nice damage there. And interestingly, the supplies are actually staying quite close here. But a nice storm on the Reavers. Where's the shuttle? What is the shuttle doing? Oh, did he save one? Did that second Reaver die? I am not even sure if that second Reaver exploded. I don't even know. But I don't know how Free is keeping the supplies so even right now. They're like dead even. They're 132 against 131. Free actually has a 1 supply lead. Oh no, sorry, Mini just jumped ahead in the supply. But it looks like we do have a storm drop for Free. He's going in. Storm! Once again! Just a fluffed storm drop there. Free is storming. The storm dropping has not been impressive. And it looks like that Reaver actually was saved from that earlier engagement. And now Mini's moving in here. And I don't see any more storms for Free. Free needs some more storms. He needs something. He's in full retreat. He's running back to his base. I hope he has a bunch of cannons there or something. I don't know why there's a random zealot on the other side. Oh, because there's a narrow ramp there. And it looks like we have another engagement. Oh, a double storm takes down the shuttle. Doesn't take down the Reaver. But is it going to be enough here? Free holding on like a champion, even though he's down a base. And still 2 Reavers left. Free's got a couple of Archons. A nice storm on that Reaver is going to take it down. That 1 red health Reaver has survived through so much, man. He is a serious war veteran. I just heard the Korean commentator say GG. I have no idea why. But looks like Free's trying to hold on so much, but he's actually, oh man, if we look at supply, he's down to 46 supply against the 85 of Mini right now. He's just so far behind in supply. He really needs to hold on to this base. There's the zoom in, because Free knows he's in trouble. Excuse me. And I don't know what that random shuttle is doing. Mini, the random newcomer kid. Oh, storm! Oh, that was a good storm. Finally a storm drop actually working for Free, but now he's just going to run it into an Archon and lose it. He just, wait, no, he's going to lose it. I don't know why he just flew back over the army there. I don't know what he was doing. He literally, because he saw that his Nexus was under attack from Dragoon, so he's like, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fly my shuttle over that. Yeah. Probably pulled out his shades while he said that. So, Free, he's trying to hold on, but now he's like almost half the supply of his opponent. It's 50 supply for him against 95 of Mini. I don't actually see Mini's army. Interestingly, Mini's army doesn't look too much bigger, but I think he just has a lot more probes, that's why. So, yeah, it's... Either way, things are not looking good for Mr. Pretty. But it looks like Mini doing a Reaper harassment. I don't actually know if he got any probes there. It looks like he might actually snipe a High Templar or 2 here. Oh my god, that was really nice. Man, Mini's harassment has just been so much more effective than Free this game. Look at Free, he's like, Reavers are imbalanced. Silly Protoss. Too imbalanced race. It's not fair. It's not fair. Poor Free. So Free has basically no chance right now, but he's gonna hold on for a little bit longer. Interestingly, what this means is that STX is actually gonna be up 2-1 over Woongjin. That is actually pretty impressive for STX. Mustajo actually predicted a 3-1 victory for Stars, even saying it was a little bit kind to give SDX one set. But SDX, man, there's the GG from Pretty and Mini, the kid that nobody's ever heard of, I think. At least nobody told me who he is. Has actually just taken down Free. And that puts STX up 2-1 over Woongjin. So I'm going to play a quick commercial and we can go on to the next set.